Okay, well, this is gonna be the fourth or fifth time I've tried to record this narration, but welcome to Arcade's Hero Achievement for Halo 2 PC Guide. You just want to start off here on the Metropolis level on Legendary. Just head left as soon as you start the level. You'll go into this cave here. And I'm actually doing this on my console because my PC was having some issues actually letting me have anything but choppy quality, so best I could do. Alright, so first you're going to pick up the Sputnik skull. It's right here. And then you had to save and quit. If you're not like me, you can save and quit, so it's not too hard. Obviously, since live has been taken down, you can't have any of the multiplayer maps, so that's why it keeps asking me to do that. So just load up normal on outskirts, because it's the easiest level to do this on. You can skip through all of the level. Only had to fight about 3 or 4 enemies. Maybe a little more, but not very many. One thing I do like about Halo 2 PC, it does have very fast loading screens, unlike Halo 2 console. It's just, Halo 2 console can play. I'm surprised I got all the achievements for Halo 2 PC. Alright, so what you're going to start off with is, pull out your SMG, kill this grunt here, and then you're going to want to jump on top of that little ledge right there, and then crouch jump up to here. And this is where you get the blind skull normally. And this kind of a guide has actually been done a whole lot of times. I'm going to be showing you how to get on top of the buildings after Hotel Zanzibar instead of just until Hotel Zanzibar. So here, I would suggest crouching, throwing the grenade at your leg, and it will make it a lot more accurate. And you just go up there, and here you just want to make sure you're on the far right of that little line thing that was back there. Now, I've seen this done a few different ways before. The one in the original video where I saw this done, the guy crouch jumped. I like to do it what I think is a lot simpler way, because in Demon you cannot revert to a previous checkpoint and you cannot die. So this way is a much easier way to avoid having to revert in case you fall down. So you just end up on this part of the Pelican right here. And then once he says a couple of things, he will start lifting off the Pelican. You can just jump up. You got plenty of time. Then you just jump back to where you would have crouch jumped. And you continue on from here. And you will be using all 4 of your grenades, so use them wisely and be accurate with them. Now on the left there, you can go and you grab an energy sword, which is one of the Easter eggs in this level, but we're not going to be using that. So when you're on top of the roofs, you'll see a lot of glitches. The Sputnik Skull's nice. It lets you bounce really high whenever you grenade jump. It also has a really nice feature that I think goes unsaid a lot, is that you can melee enemies and they will, like this, turn backwards automatically and you can beat them down, which is very useful on Legendary, especially if you're having a hard time, like I was on the Halo 2 PC. This part, just take out these guys. Don't really worry about using a grenade or anything like that, because you're not going to want, well, if you really need to use a grenade, if you are not that great at normal, then I would suggest afterwards killing your Marines and grabbing their grenades if necessary. But you need to have at least 3 after these guys are dead. And you want 3 frag grenades. Stickies, you're more likely to die if you use those. Alright, next part of this is you go to this little garbage can, and you normally do the check it out your foot thing, but I messed up, but I still was able to get up here. Then you travel over to here. Fairly simple. Now this part, you're going to want to jump on top of this little ledge here, and then you need a crouch jump on top of this little tiny thin thing, and then jump across to this edge here. And I'll finally get the grenade to the foot thing right out here. So you aim for your foot. You check the grenade, it goes right below, and then you need to jump while, like, right before it blows up. You do it one more time. This time, when you're flying up in the air, you'll need to crouch and press the analog stick to the left a little bit, so that way you go on top of this roof here, and you will be done. This is all you need to do for the major skip of this level. It's a massive skip. You can get all the way to the last tunnel, and you can actually use the ghost from that point out. I guess they weren't really thinking about the Sputnik skull, or maybe they were, and they just said, hey, here's an Easter egg, have fun. So you can do this on normal, legendary, any difficulty you want. So this actually can be very useful for the legendary achievement as well, if you're having troubles with that on this level. You just drop down here, you won't die. And make sure not to fall down here or here. I've actually fallen down here once before and had to revert. You don't want to do that. You don't know how to jump up here. I was just fooling around. Alright, you'll get a checkpoint here, and you're going to want to make sure you also don't go over here and fall off the edge, because I've almost done that a couple of times, thinking this was the right place, and it's not. So you'll want to keep going. But it also kind of shows exactly how many enemies you're skipping. A little weird. I don't know if that's a waterfall or what that thing is. Be some nasty looking water if that was a waterfall. Alright, we're almost there. Alright, by this point you will be out here. You'll see it's out in the sea out there. There's something like a water tower or a buoy or something like that. I don't know what the heck it is. But it's out there in the water. So once you get to this rebar part, you'll just fall down here through the cracks. You won't die. Then this is where you can go through the rest of the level. If you're better at it than me, you won't have as many bullets to the head as I did, but this does work. especially on normal. On legendary, I would not suggest doing this with the ghost because you will almost certainly die. The way I'm doing it, at least. I would suggest watching the speed runs for this level on outskirts. Maybe following their tactics instead. They're much better at ghosting than I am. Obviously, on legendary, there you would probably be dead. The ghosts on this are very powerful. I don't really know why. And you really don't need to deal with any of these guys. Just you can just run right past them. They'll try to deal with you, but and about this point, you'll get a checkpoint, and this will be where you normally face a bunch of guys with ghosts and whatnot. You can just rush through those and kind of go underneath this vehicle here, speed off to the end, and there you go. You'll have the demon achievement. Congratulations. Also, if you had on legendary, there's your outskirts. Have a good day.